Bonjour! So we are back in my new Pleasant View world. This time it's about a lot. I've placed it lately at the end of that shopping strip, and it's not for me, it's for another player. So at first I thought I would leave it be, like just put some trees and be done with it. But then I thought that maybe I could add like a temporary home, and I wanted to do a caravan. So I did one, not on that lot because it's a bit big, it's 30 by 30, and I thought that maybe I could put it for download if anyone else is interested in that type of residential lot. So I placed 10 by 10 lots elsewhere in the world, and then I started on the caravan. So I wanted to use the boat trailer as the foundation in a way, and so that's why the size of the build is 3 by 7, with one of the side having like 2 diagonal walls in this version. Because I did actually 3 different caravans. So this one is the base one, and I raised a bit the foundation level so that the wheels wouldn't, get through the floor, and did also a curved roof so that it would have the more of the classic shape of a caravan. So yeah, that's the base version I'm doing here, the basic one. So that I won't do a lot of landscaping or any at all, I think. And it's like a classic one, so that I could have different version using that starting shape. So it was actually a bit hard to keep it simple. I wanted to put more things, even in that first version. So I've kept it CC free, this one, and even store item free. I'm pretty sure I haven't used any stuff pack things in that version. The other two I've used outdoor living items. So here I added a fence on the rooftop. It can work without the fence, but I like it better with it, so I've used it. So yeah, it's tiny space, so that's a bit of the goal of it's challenging, but it's fun to try new layouts that I wouldn't have tried if I had more space. So for instance, I think I did put the microwave in the 3 versions. The microwave is on a shelf, and it works. I've play tested it, that works, so yes. And there is no oven in it either of the 3 caravans. So yeah, the living part is kind of limited. I don't think I've added a TV or no amenities other than the basics, hence the name of that caravan. I also edited it a bit with the colors, because at first I wanted to experiment more with more flashy colors, but then I thought no, it's the base one. So yeah, I've kept it whitish, and for the inside I went also very in the beige ish area because it's easy to paint over it. Anyway, yeah, I've used markers like for all my builds. So if you want to change things outside of the living part, you do need cheats. The testing cheats enable true, and then the build cheats. So I think I've typed it at one moment in the video, so you'll see it. So here I'm using debug enabler to move these are the swimming pool lights, and they are always on the same height. So to move them up and down, you can use NRAS debug enabler, and you type the like, for instance, I think I typed something like minus 0.7, I think, so that I had them as if they were headlights. I haven't had it. I could have, but I've recolored them, so I haven't added. I could have added kind of a poster or a painting that would represent the license plate. I'm thinking of the one from Paluzza plane, the one from Pets. It's a bit longish and narrow. Could work, will work. I think I was talking about the cheats, wasn't I? I don't remember. So if I was talking about that, so here I'm trying. The angles are a bit weird. I knew that before I started on the kitchen. I'm trying things with the kitchen. I'll end up with the shelf like that, and it's a tiny bit is sticking out outside, but I try to not let it bother me. So yeah, the cheats. So it's restrict build by in buildings false, and you don't actually need to put it back on true before you save. So if you type that, then you can modify anything outside your what's considered as your apartment. Here it allows, for instance, the price to remain quite low, because you're only counting what's inside the caravan, not what's outside. So when I'm going to put things outside, so I'm going to raise the price of the lot, because only what's inside is considered as owned by the team living there. It's like an apartment. So yeah, also I apologize in advance. One of my nephews here is 6, so in my come over, it keeps shouting my name. So I'm thinking he needs me to pay him some attention. So we'll see if he comes over. So for this one, I think I've kept the small fridge for this one. It's the only one with a small fridge, and a microwave, so I'm not sure you can cook much there, because actually I don't even know, because I've put a grill outside, and now I'm wondering if is it with mounts that you can, you need to, oh yeah, I don't remember if you can, grill something if you only have a small fridge. I guess I've played with mods too much. So yeah, anyway, there is room for a bigger fridge if needed. You can get rid of the counter, for instance, the one near the front door, and put a bigger fridge there. there is also a counter with the fridge, the small one, so there is room. I think it might be the bigger kitchen actually, and yep. So that's the kitchen, and also the colors. I kept them like quite neutral because I thought that, you know, that way, since it's my starting building actually for that project. It's a project. I've got like 3 versions of it, so it's like a kind of a project. I'm arguing with myself. So yeah, that's why I've kept the colors quite neutral, so that, you know, you can adapt them depending on the scene living there. I'm not sure which version I'm going to use in my game, because I do not intend on actually using it. I'm just going to put it, and maybe I'm going to have a scene I'm like, ooh, that person should live there. But for me it's more like set dressing, I guess. Before I had that big 30 by 30 lot, I had nothing there, just trees. So it's going to be like a caravan in the middle of the trees. So since this one I'm done. So as you, I don't know if you saw, but when I had the cursor on the grill, barbecue grill, it was written that I could not actually like customize it or do anything because it was outside of my apartment. Oh, my nephew is here. Hold on. So yep, my nephew is here. You want to say hello?
Hello, c'est Babou.
So Babou is his name. How old are you?
6.
6. Are you big?
Yes.
Yes. And he's learning English at school. Est-ce que t'aimes bien l'anglais?
Oui.
Yes. And he likes it. And off he goes. Okay. Sorry. So yes, I have no idea what I was talking about. But oh yeah, that I've to recolor the grill, for instance, I've used the cheat so that I could access the items that are outside the quotation mark apartment. And also used debug and Adler quite a few times. So yeah, I redid the stairs. I actually don't need 2 tiles for the landing. 1 tile works. We are mostly done here. So just a few more details to add outside to be more realistic. I don't know. I don't have a caravan, so I'm not sure. But yeah, a bit more details here. And also I think I'm going to rearrange the rooftop so that there are like fake windows there, and since I've put fake windows there, I'm going to remove the second story to have like as if there were 2 skylights above, directly above. So yeah, it's a fake. I did hesitate about removing it, but it seemed kind of logical to have like lights from above, even though it's going to be only during the night. So it's going to be a bit weird, but anyway, so at first I put them directly on that story, but then I removed the skip level one that was, well, the small one that was here, and put the lights on that one, on that second story in a way, and the skylights counterpart on the ceiling, even though it's not really visible. So here you can see a bit the shelves tips protruding outside of the caravan. Yeah, can't do anything about it. So I'm trying to not let it bother me. I'm trying. Okay, so done with that first version. We're going to do a quick tour. So still the shelf, the tips of the shelf visible. No, it's not bothering me. And yep, I've called it the basic one. I think it's because it's pretty basic, you know. Oh yeah, and the half wall is easily removed. So I've left it, but yeah, you can remove it easily. So that's it for this one. Here is another version. So this one I've called it the pink one. It's a bit more bohemian, I guess. So I've started with the same shape. So I've started with the basic one as a model, and then as a template, let's say, and then I'm expanding on it, I guess. Even though this one I think it's cheaper than the first one. I think the first one costs like something like I've rated it somewhere. I don't remember, but it's a bit cheaper, this one. So I've worked a bit more on the landscaping here. The idea was to dress up the building a bit for the other two versions. So the first one is like a base to expand upon, and these are kind of finished versions because they are more thematic. And so I guess this one is more girly, and so I went for bright colors, and there is a double bed, but you know, it's against the wall, so unless there is a mud somewhere, which would be cool, where you can, you know, both SIMS using a double bed could glide in the bed on the same side. That would be cool, but I don't know if it exists. Also for this one I've used items from Monte Vista, but it's mostly the potted flowers and the flower boxes, you know, at the windows. But well, it's a huge part of that design, let's say. So using again debug enabler, so that I can move the awning over the windows, and yep. So for that design, I changed totally the inside. So the outside it did some more landscaping, and for the inside, so it's more, like I've said, more bohemian. This one has a big fridge, and I think I couldn't stand it with the shelves, so I tried something else. I think I ended up with counter in diagonal like that on a side, and on the other side end table with, you know, deco items on it. And so as I've said, I made more room for a double bed. Yeah, so I've spent some time in the kitchen because I wasn't sure. Here I really wanted to use those tiles on the countertops, so, and it was a bit weird with the counters like that. The patterns didn't match, so I ended up doing a mix of both ideas. So yeah, like here, putting on a shelf, a smaller one, so that no end of it is going to be sticking out. So I've also changed the chairs I was using and the table. So the small table like that with all-in-one bathroom, it works. I've play tested with Tintin, who short-circuited because he took a shower. I thought it was going on. I forgot. I don't use much the all-in-one bathroom, and I forgot it was going to take a shower. I thought it was just going to use the bathroom, but no. And the bed is accessible too, like that. So I've checked these too. So yeah, that's all these are usable. Now it's not, there's no oven, so it's not a family home for sure. So for the colors here, I went on the textures, so more like second-hand things, maybe that could have been given a second life, and so that's why for me everything was painted over extra. Didn't do much with the walls though, because since the different items were already colorful, I didn't want it to be too much. Hopefully it's not too much. I also put a curtain over, the all-in-one bathroom area, because it's just next to the lunch corner, the meal corner. So it was a bit weird because it's always open. The door to the all-in-one bathroom, it's always open. So you have a view on the toilet. Yeah, it was weird. Here I was expanding a bit more the flower bed. So I did do some more landscaping than on the other one. As I've said, because I have a theme here, so I knew how I wanted to do it. But it's not more expensive because of it, because that part here is not considered as part of the building because I've used markers. So yeah, I haven't really recolored the building part inside, so mostly it's the same walls and floor than in the basic one, but I've put a few more rugs and colorful pieces of furniture. And yes, also I haven't put many posters or paintings, because I've recolored a lot of them for that world. So here they were going to appear, the recolor were going to appear instead of the version that is going to appear if you download it. I didn't want to have a more a piece of CC to download with it. I wanted to keep it CC free, though there are a couple of store items I use for the deco, for the decorative part. There would be 2 items from the bakery sets, the books that are on the bookshelf, on the shelf above in the kitchen area, above the microwave, and also a flower bag in the kitchen too. The rest is from the different EPs. I haven't looked at what EPs I've used, and I think I've used at least one item from the outdoor living stuff bag. And yeah, I've added quite a few flowers here and there. So here is the finished design. So the shape is the same, but the layout inside is a bit different. And as I've said, a double bed, even though you can only access one side. And the kitchen is a tiny bit different. But yeah, same room, different layout. Okay, so third one. So we start again with the basic one, and then it's going to be a tad different. No more diagonal walls, and this one is going to be the vintage one. So I think I've that color I've saved on another build on which I didn't use it. I didn't use it on that other build, but I like the color. And then I think I saw a picture of a caravan. I don't remember where it was. I was doing something else, and I saw a picture, and they were having the caravan was about that color. So I was like, oh, let's have one like that one day. And so that's why I've picked that one color for this vintage caravan. And also they had red flags on the wall, so that's why I put red flags everywhere, and then I colored them red, and I tried to have them at different levels, doing that layer, so that it's like not a straight line of flags, you know. But that's the main idea there. Also, later changed the windows because I thought the other one from late night that are rarely used to. They were more vintage. I also changed the stairs direction, you know, because I wanted to have like not an enclosed area, but like a small, like a fake terrace, you know, in front of it, without using any awning, because I have that on other bigger mobilhomes I've made. So here I wanted something different, and so like a small terrace, not that tiny. And so here again I've used items from Monte Vista, and nothing from the bakery set. So here I started with the flags. I don't think I have recorded the whole shebang, because I spent some time doing that, because I moved them afterwards from a tiny bit, you know. And inside, yeah, another double bed. So I tried with that dresser, but it's way too big. But I liked it because I think it looks vintage. So but no, I removed it afterwards. So the kitchen is once again a bit different. There are less counters. There are like two counters, I think. And the microwave again is on a shelf, so it doesn't take counter space. The bed is accessible like that, even with the all-in-one bathroom place like that. I've even put a wall, I think, on the other side of the bathroom, so that it's more like closed off, you know. And Oh yeah, I forgot to record in the middle. So we are jumping to the end of the decorating part. So you still have the elements where I placed them. I just had time to recolor everything a bit vintagey. So I went into for the patterns. I went to the abstract section. So here, when I don't want to use CC, or when I'm not using CC, I use a lot the nectar shelves to have a fake wall in a way, a fake semi wall, a fake half wall, like where I can put objects on. And so maybe the Sims stock their nectar there, but I never know, because I put them, face against the real wall, so I don't see that. So yeah, that's about it for this one too. Just finishing up with the landscaping, having like a fake pathway, and adding more gnomes. And flamingos, and this one, the pink one, so this one is a vintage one, the pink one, and the basic one. I have the feeling I'm insulting it every time I say that name. The three of them are available for download, so I'm going to put a link in the description below. And yeah, CC free, a few store items in the two latest ones, and yep, I think it's all the information needed. So here is the vintage one, the inside, and that's going to be it for this video. I'll see you in the next one. À bientôt!